Okay, since we're live, hello everybody. Give time for people to pop in. And Shelby, I see that you were here. Thank you for popping in and wishing all of us a blessed Samhain. I hope you have one too, and I hope school is going well. And have a good night at the job. And so we'll give it a few minutes because I know this is another pop up, but when the opportunity presents itself and the mood is right, I just need to pop on and hang out with my peeps. So I know there are a few other shows going on at the time, so hopefully not overlapping too much. And take a quick sip of some very yummy cinnamon apple cider tea. Mm, with honey that my sweetie makes. So I see we got some people coming in. I see two. Hello, lurkers. And people who watch on playback, thank you very much. Remember to hit that like button. And yes, hit that like button. So easy. It's free. It's calorie free. I mean, all you do is go boom, and there it is. And if possible, Lottie B. Oh my God, Lottie B. Hello, my dear. How are you? I have to go over to your channel. I know you've been doing some more music releases on your channel, so it's so nice to see you, my dear, my little pianist. And we have Beth, and well, it's nice to see you pop in and say hi. I always like seeing my regular peeps popping in. And so, oops, let's see. What is YouTube doing here? Not YouTube, StreamYard. There we go. Um, so yeah, the last one I listened to was the Tori Amos Winter. I get a little warm in my heart when I think of winter. I put my hand in my father's glove. It just makes me tear up. I miss my papa. So yeah, her music is so powerful and so profound. So I like when I see people, cover her work or even mention her because these days, with the way the music business is, we've lost out on a lot of amazing musicians and songwriters, from back in the day. So nice to see that. And Lottie, I would still love for you to maybe join me on a show sometime. Not doing readings or anything, but just talking about music. I would love to know your history, your background in music, and maybe help get your channel promoted a little more. If that's something that you think you might want to do, my email, girl. I know I forgot to put my about information in the description, but I was in a hurry to make sure that this got up in time so that people could get notifications when I'm braver. Well, whenever that is, my dear. And again, like I said, no need to pull cards or anything, but just have an amazing talk on music. You know me. Um, I like to go on about music. Sometimes it gets me into trouble, but you know what? That's me. Music is such an important part of my life, and I think everybody's life. So, especially this time of year, and my daddy's birthday is going to be on the 26th. So, I have to celebrate my papa too that day. So, sounds awesome. All righty, girl. You know where to find me. So, today I am going to be focusing on the Samhain oracle. And I did want to pull some tarot to go with. And so I did reach for, which hasn't done in a while, is my very much beat up but much loved Tarot de Louis from Los Scarabeo. It's a oracle. I mean, it's a tarot deck, but it reads a lot like an oracle as well. So I'll be having that here for clarifications to some readings. So I was perusing these books have an amazing set of spreads, not just a couple of your traditional ones, but some really well written ones. And the one that spoke to me was, and we're going to be referring to the books too, because they have a lot of information also that we can, be provided into the reading as well. So for some people who don't think, a reader should read from the book during, you know, there's so much more inflection of the cards and information that you can get. So the deck, not the deck, the spread that really called out to me is called the Spiritual Counsel spread. And I even pulled cards on this myself. So I already done this spread for myself before I share it with everybody. And the first question is, what do my ancestors and guides want me to know now at this time? Why are they telling me this? And how can I better receive their guidance? And I got some great cards. So I love the spread. And we have somebody else joining us. Cat. So Cat, is this the cat that's been popping in, or is this a new cat? So hello, Katniss. I like that, Katniss. Speaking of cats, mine might show up seeing that he hears me talking to everybody, but he had his lunch and his little treats, so his little belly might be full. He might be taking a cat nap. So it's Cat. Alrighty. So um, I didn't get a chance to type in what each of the questions are, but I will happily, as I'm shuffling and pulling cards, I'll be sharing what those cards represent in the spread as well. So, hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Nice sip, sip. Some apple spice cinnamon tea with honey from Shan. I was wondering when you're going to get here, girl. Hey, Jax. And hello, Brienne. Our names are messed up, Ken. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I know I've been enjoying doing more pop-ups and readings lately. I'll probably go to the paid StreamYard for a couple months just to kind of see what kind of audience, or not audience too, but just kind of a see what kind of feedback I get on some of the shows I'm bringing back, and whether or not to keep going with the paid StreamYard or to go back down and just cut the amount of shows that I do every month. Right now, with it becoming winter, I'm staying in a little bit more. Well, not winter, but fall. The colors are absolutely gorgeous here. And what's great is that, um, Southern Oregon stays in fall longer than the East Coast. So the temperatures are still, even though we're in the third week already of October, the daily temperatures are still around 65, 66, sometimes 70. So I am enjoying this extended fall, let me tell you. So the spread again is called the Spiritual Counsel spread. And the first question is, what do my ancestors and guides want me to know now? The second card is, why are they telling me this? And then, how can I better receive their guidance? Okay, bye, Beth. Thanks for thanks for popping in and saying hi. Let's see. Yes, I want to say it's very noisy here. Timmy's and school's out, so we'll turn you up. Oh my goodness. So turn up that radio. See, I can't do anything without doing music, can I? So, but I did that spread myself before the show. Got some very poignant cards, and I'm going to have to sit with them. And they have lots of other spreads. I'll probably do some. But yeah, Lottie B, you know that song. I'm trying to remember who the band was. Turn up. Was it Autograph? I think that did that song. Turn up the. Hey, hon, who did the song Turn Up the Radio? Oh, he must have fallen asleep and gone to bed. But anyway, I think it was our Autograph. But anyway, so moving on, we've got 5 peeps. So if anybody, well, I'm hoping somebody would like a reading, let me know. Again, I have my Tarot de Louis here with me to clarify. And we have Irene joining us. Hello, Irene. Welcome, welcome. So Kat, of course. See what kind of message we can get today. Yep, Autograph. I'm right. Wow, Lottie B, thank you. He might be in his phone and didn't hear me ask him, because usually when I'm live, I tell him, shh. Hey, and Jilly's here. And while we have Jilly popping in, I am happy to say next Tuesday, ooh, that tea is already kicking up on me. Jilly will be joining me. So I'm bringing back my series from my other channel, Crystal Visions, where we talk about our favorite crystals. And Jilly and I are going to be getting together this Tuesday. And again, it's 12 p.m. my time, and it'll be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. So I hope I got that out right, because we having to juggle now being on the West Coast and everybody in other different time zones. Sometimes it can be a little confusing, but I'm totally excited. And Monday, Sabrina from let me make sure I have her channel right. Ooh, and it's 12:12 here in my time. How very cool. Sabrina, Tree of Life Inner Guidance. She will be joining me and Nancy this Monday for the Divine Feminine, Sacred Feminine. So very excited. So new people come into the community. I'm totally excited to have everybody on board. And thank you again for those who supported us on Monday when we had Gerald on as well. So let me back up. Lottie B, of course, Lottie. It's rare that I get to read for you, Lottie. So I'm happy to. And of course, Jax. Don't have to be psychic, Jax, right? To know that you would ask. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun, most definitely. And I want to say hello. Let's see, me too, please. I have a question of to move or not. Brian, well, we'll see if that comes up in the cards. And yes, also this Friday, Ivana, thank you, Jax. Ivana, Intuitive will be back by popular demand. We have a great time when we hang out, and the last Friday she joined me on. We had a great crowd, and I got a lot of positive feedback. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Friday tomorrow night as well. Very busy little bee here. So yeah, Brienne, we'll use the questions. We'll go by the questions here in the spread, and we'll see if that gets to that may very well, answer your question. And if not, I could probably pull, a couple extra cards for you. So it's a question about moving. Oh boy, don't I know what that's all about, Brienne. Most shows, let's see, what did Laddie say? So Maria, hello, welcome. We're not doing exactly personal messages today. I'm doing a themed question. And it's in contact with our ancestors. So I'm going to be doing themed questions in the chat. Great to catch your live, Heather. Those shows on YT premiere during the middle of the night. Really, Lottie, are you US? Let's see. So Maria, if you want one, it will be based on 3 questions in a spread that I am doing. So I know, Kat, the weekend went ahead by really, really quick. So, oh, Lottie, you're in the UK. I thought you're in the US. My goodness, girl. All righty. So let's get started. Kat, voices. Let me shut there we go. Make sure all my windows are closed. And Keith is here. Hello, Keith. So, Kat, let's see. So the first question is, what do my ancestors and guides want me to know right now? So let's pull a card for that. Boy, this one keeps coming up, and I think you might have gotten this already, Kat. Interesting. So why are they telling me this? So why are my ancestors telling me this at this time? So why are they telling me this? Ooh, okay. And how can I better receive their guidance? So how can I better receive my ancestors and guides guidance that they're giving? So how can I Let's see what we get here. And we will be referring to the book to see what we get here. All righty. And let me go ahead and just pull maybe a couple tarot. Well, actually, no. Let's take a look at these cards first. Let's give that deck a good shuffle. And so, what do my guides and ancestors want me to know right now? We got the Banshee card, and that card keeps coming up a lot. So, it says here, heed my warning, dear child, for what I hold is far from unsung lullabies. Swallow a nail, and you can expect bleeding from within. Ouch. So, alrighty, Banshee number 5. So let's see. Let's look what they talk about in their as part of the divinatory message. So the writer goes on here, in a reading, a banshee's cry also means death, but this death is not physical. It's a symbolic one. You are facing an ending. However, this will not be easy, and you will still mourn the loss. It says here, this ending is long overdue, and the powers that be can no longer wait for you to let go. The choice to end your situation may no longer be your choice. You've rejected change, but you can't avoid it. You're holding on to something that no longer benefits you. Perhaps a job that you hate, a relationship that drains you, a place where you do not feel safe. Know that it is time to let go. And it continues with, it is important to remember that every ending also brings a new beginning. As we know, one ending begins the beginning of a new cycle. Moving on makes space for new energy to come into our lives. Don't get caught in the mourning process for longer than necessary. Let's see. It can be easy to mourn the loss, but this prevents you from seeing the doors that are opening up to you. So they are saying that there is something that you are not letting go of that needs to be let go of, Kat. And that at this point, the universe is going to kind of force you to have to face this and deal with this and bring about this. So why are they telling me this? And you got the Witch card. Grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly awaken all that is. A mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots, living in the alchemy of self. That's beautiful. So let's take a look at this one here. And that's number 43. That's all going to be all the way in the back. So for 41, 42, and 43. Let's see. When the witch appears, believe that you are wiser than you know, and the thousands of years of wisdom from the wise ancient ones are available to you now. If you are finding your path to magic, this card is confirmation that you should continue to explore your craft. If you are an experienced witch, know that it's time to dig even deeper. Perhaps step up as a priestess and start your own coven. This message is even stronger if you have pulled the healer card. This is interesting. A witch can move energy to create any life of choice. So what I'm seeing here is that they're telling you that these changes that need to be made that aren't being dealt with, or things within yourself that you are not willing to face or willing to change, because it might mean the loss of something. Hold on a second. Fears and stresses near your point of view. Okay. So here, grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly. So they're basically, so why are they telling me this? They're letting you know that you have that power within yourself, whether you are a practicing witch, Wiccan, pagan, or even if it's something that has to do with you being able to know that you have your own personal power, that you are powerful enough to make change in your life, things that need to be changed, that not to be afraid of that. And it's time to giving a nudge that it's time to take that step forward, move forward. Um, hey, Keith, can you hold on from promoting yourself in my chat? I appreciate you being here and supporting and saying hi to everybody. But when I do shows, a lot of the times it's a lot of self promotion. So, I appreciate you being here. But if you can hold back from doing that every time I do a show and a live in my chat, that would be so greatly appreciated, my dear. Thank you so much. And so the dark moon, how can I better receive their guidance? So you got the dark moon card. And in the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release its ghost. So, Kat, we just had the new moon. That energy is still here to work on things that are within ourselves, possibly shadow work that needs to be done. Um, yes, but okay, let me just stay focused on you, Kat. So, right now, taking a look at what's within yourself, um, things that you may be afraid of. Because this says here, the third card is how better can I receive this guidance? So, during this dark moon, during this time, even as we're going into the darker months, taking the time to pay attention to dreams, to meditate, work on things that may be internal that you fear of letting go because you would have because you're afraid to mourn them, things that no longer serve you. And your ancestors are really kind of giving you this push here that certain things, whether you may or may not have, may not resonate with you now, this may come up later, but there's something that they're acknowledging that needs to be addressed, that isn't being addressed or let go of because of fear, maybe losing a friendship, you may feel like having to let go part of yourself that is no longer a part of your growth or your journey. um, and I see Kristen Louise pop in. Hello, Kristen. And so the witch card is a reminder. Why are they telling you this? Because they're reminding you how powerful you are. So whatever this might be, you have the power to manifest, um, this change that's needed, and that strength will be there to help you get through any difficult times. And so let's just pull a couple of tarot cards. Three of Wands and the Star card. So Three of Wands. Um, there's that. This is the card of expansion. So if we can get past this, whatever this is, letting go of things that hold you back. Maybe again, it might be something that you about yourself that you may be afraid to embrace, or you may be afraid to maybe embrace a certain type of ability that you have. Sometimes we're raised to be afraid of our own personal power, and so with this Three of Wands, this is that energy of showing about expansion, things that you have been thinking about, planning, maybe strategizing how to do. The Three of Wands is, that regular RWS card where he's standing, at the waters, looking at the ships coming in and having that clear view of, okay, I'm expanding, I'm exploring with this really positive card. And your overall energy is the Star card. So these goals, these dreams that you have, um, you can follow them. You have to listen to your intuition. You have to believe in yourself. There's that beautiful card of both being grounded and with the water. So grounding those emotions and moving forward with them. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Ready? Let me take a quick sip. And we have Julie. Hello, Julie. Now I know it's you because I can see your face, my dear. Good to see you. So Yeah, that's a bit of okay. So moving on, we have Lottie B. So Julie and Kristen, I hope you're having a great day. And we have and there's Butterfly. Hello, Butterfly. I hope you got your reading from Tuesday. It was the very last one. Divine Timing wasn't there for their reading, so I was able to do yours next, and it was the last one. Okay, I'll add you to the list. So Lottie B, what do my ancestors and guides want me to know? Got it. Thanks, Jax. I appreciate you doing that, Jax, because sometimes I may not catch that. So I appreciate that. Why are they telling me this? Okay. Ooh, how can I better receive their guidance? Just came in to say hi. Well, thank you, Julie. It was so good to see you. Okay. So we'll hang off on the tarot and let's see what we've got here. So, what do my ancestors and guides want me to know now? Let's see. Depends on how chatty we are. Sometimes it gets very, that's okay. I still appreciate you doing that for me, girl. So you got the Broom card. What dreams may come from what you seek? Make room, make way. A clearing need be. Ooh. So right now they said that there's something that's coming your way that's right there. There's all that potential, but it's time for you to grab that broom, clear the way, and sweep out the negative energy and sweep in the positive. That was what one of the ritual use of the brooms is to sweep out, and usually it's like in a circle for bringing positive energy in, and Widdershins is for getting out negative energy. But the broom was about sweeping out negative energy through the house, out the door, and also to make a cleansing space for when we do ritual. And for us, ritual can be, like Lottie with you and your music. So I'm going to go into a little Tory phase here. So what she used to do was create. She mentioned in the past that there are times when she would love to make a sacred circle, her fairy circle, and she would sit in the middle and she would commune with the sacred, with the fae, and sit there and to receive guidance and inspiration at times for her music. So what this is about, taking that broom, sweeping out that negative, and bringing in that positive, making sacred space for yourself. A clearing need be. So those dreams, making space, clearing energy, bringing in all this new wonderful positive energy or possibilities coming your way. And why are they telling me this? Rebirth. There's death in all that awakens, for it isn't blissful nor painless. It's a mighty rising, O flame resurrected. So, I know it's going to be reading from the book, but this is really just profound, Lottie. Why are they telling me this right now? It's because there is a rebirth coming your way. It's about, again, transformation, letting go of the old and bringing in something new. And when you're able to use that broom to clear out the cobwebs in the house, in our energy field, in our thoughts on all levels, we open and clear and welcome positive, refreshing energy and a beautiful rebirth. And I'm going to actually open the book for the rebirth. I'm feeling like I'm being drawn to that. And let's see what we get. So, rebirth. What will jump out here? You are on the cusp of transformation. You've weathered the storm and you are being given another chance at accomplishing your heart's desires. A blank canvas. What will you create with it? And it says here, if you have felt withdrawn, hidden, or shut off, now is the time to emerge back into the world. Your healing is done and you must begin the process of starting anew. don't hide your light. So this is all about um, the past is the past. This is the time of opening up. Like, this is so interesting, inspiring ring, because I was just, welcoming, when you're ready to come and talk about your music. So I feel like this energy, because why are they telling me this, ancestors? Because you are on the cusp of this transformation of coming forward. There may be something in your life where you maybe thinking of writing music, doing a CD, doing a performance, teaching something. Um, so gotta go, Lottie, go. Oh, like, oh, go, Lottie, go. Yes. So again, something is just there on the horizon or around the corner, and they're saying sweep out that old negative energy, bring in the fresh. There's a rebirth coming, and it says, how can I better receive this guidance? And it says, greet the darkness. And here where it says here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole but cut deep with all their sharp edges. So to to be able to receive their guidance, it's about going within and acknowledging those traumatized pieces, those broken pieces, or things of ourselves, of our past, that still cause us that pain, that hurt, that makes us afraid of, again, coming forward, going forward with the rebirth. So going into maybe this darker season, going into meditation, maybe going at night, shutting the lights off, lighting a candle, sitting with your shadow, with your past, and being able to acknowledge that all those sharp edges that hurt have been lessons and are a part of you, but you can use those to create something beautiful. Girl, you just got to get out of your way, grab that broom again, and let's just see really quick what we've got um, for the from the tarot, from the Day Louis. Oh, for Lottie B. Can we have a little bit more insight here? Ace of Pentacles. And what I love about this is not the traditional, RWS. So there's going to be no coins or pentacles. But here it's kind of like, you could say her lipstick is smeared, or this could be, you know, it could be blood, and that blood is our life source, our life force. And so this could be letting go again of that pain or whatever it is, those sharp pieces that cut. This could be, we're exposing it, it's exposing itself so that you can heal and move forward. And the Ace of Pentacles is that traditional hand coming out of the clouds. This is unlimited potential. Wonderful opportunities are coming your way. It's basically a gift from spirit. It's a gift from your ancestors. It's guides, and they want you to not be afraid, and they want you to be able to take it. And on the bottom of the deck, girl, rebirth, what did you get? You got the death card. So again, transformation, rebirth, the ending of one way and the beginning of something new. So Lottie, oh my goodness, girl, I'm getting shivers. So yeah, it's all in your corner, girl. You've got the power. So remember that. So but yeah, tap into, I don't know if you're a regular Tori fan, but listening to a lot of that music, a lot of the pain that she put into her piano, into her songwriting, kind of like greeting that darkness, like, hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to sit with you again. So it's comforting. We're acknowledging that, and we're embracing that and allowing that darkness to inspire us moving forward. So love this reading for you, Lottie B. It's always such a pleasure to be able to read for you, girl. So let me just kind of back up here. Diggity dog, let's go. Let's see, really quick. Was correct. Okay. And she's like, ooh, interesting. I think so. And I wear a lot of black too, Cat, but as chance would have it, I'm camping. Let's see. Learned from my daughter, White Cat. And Shay is here. Hi, Shay. How you doing, my dear? Let me pop up. So Kat said I wear a lot of black, so I got a black dog. Aw. I love the spread too, Lottie. Um, and yes, we do get chatty. That would be a great name for a show, Jax. Getting chatty, or the chatty Cathy's or something like that. You should join me. We'll have fun. Let's see. Butterfly. See if I can get you into there. Alrighty. So, okay, what a great card. I love that. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Butterfly. I appreciate that. Okay, how did you find the dog? Oh, you found the dog. Been purging stuff. Okay. We are more than our pain and struggles. We are whole as we are. Yep, and those pain and those struggles do make who we are. It's a part of our fabric, and it just it goes to show um, how strong we are, and it's there to remind us of that. Love that song. Let's see, still. Ooh, everyone's chatty. Got to leave chat. Phone needs to be recharged. We'll be back later. Okay, Brianna. Put you here as a question mark. And then we'll move on to Jax next. Getting chatty with Heather. and guests. So that would be awesome. Okay, that's interesting. That exact song came into my head this morning. Which one, Lottie? Because I was going on and on about music. Chitty chitty bang bang. Fun chat with a few oh wows. I just wish I could stop with the the dreaded ums. So alrighty, Jax is next. Cracker Jacks. Jumping Jacks. Are you jumping, girl? Oh, the sound of silence. Okay. Yeah. So for Jax, what do my ancestors' guides want me to know now? Me too, Lottie. Keep me in the loop. Why are they telling me this? How can I better receive their guidance? Whoa. Yeah, well, that's 52 card pickup. I don't think there's 52 in this one, but here, let's pull. That one came out, and it's the same one. A lot of readings about transformation. This is that time of year. So, what do my ancestors guys want me to know now? You got nature spirits. Not so much jumping, yeah, but I can shimmy. So, on your toes, twirl and twirl. We're just talking about jumping and dancing. I cannot believe this. So on your toes, twirl and twirl until you're ready to take flight. They arrive in the winds beneath your wings and speak through the swaying of the trees. So we're connecting with nature spirits. What do they want you to know now? Getting reconnected with nature, going out and paying attention to what nature is saying to you, the messages they are giving you, or to just simply go out and receive their medicine. Going to a tree and, feeling the strength, asking the tree for strength from their roots, going out and hearing birds and maybe knowing that there's a message coming, or if you see a certain bird or animal, acknowledge, them. And if you're not sure what their medicine is or their spiritual meaning is, to look it up, that nature and nature spirits are there to communicate with you, and they have been trying to communicate with you. And let's see, why are they telling me this? The veil. It's quite possible your eyes have become the fog in which you dwell, a half-swallowed glimpse of all that you truly are or can be, that the tears you bleed are ready for the storms to turn the skies inward. Wow. So that is basically being out in nature, getting grounded, connecting to the wind, to the rhythm of the earth, to the animals, being by water, feeling the sun on your face, going out and looking at the moonlight, letting that grandmother moon, the moon goddess, shining down on you. This will help lift that fog that is around, that they are there to communicate with you. They want to be a part of your healing, to be part of your path. But they can't unless we go out there and we invite them into. Um, and why are they telling me this? Because this is something they feel that now when the veils are thinning, this is when you can tap into this, communicate with those nature spirits. And also she's in the bed as well. So paying attention to dreams, being out in nature and then coming back in and having dreams, paying attention to your dreams. And it says, how can I better receive their guidance through the through transfer? You got the transformation card again, and it's saying too with the veil, when you're allowed to separate that veil, you'll be all those tears that you cry, everything that those metaphorical wounds that we bleed. Um, it's basically letting being part of that storm, letting that just blow right through you. It's kind of like releasing the storm, like releasing the kraken. When you're in that out there in the storm and it's thundering and it's lightning and it's raining. Like crying in the rain is a beautiful song by oh, and I just saw her name and I can't even think of her name now, but it's been done so many times. Carol Kane, I believe it was. Aha has done it. I believe Weissig might have done a cover of it. But when you go out inside and you're in a storm, cry, let it out, yell with the storm, let that storm just share those emotions, and then when the storm moves and it clears, you'll feel lighter. You'll have those beautiful skies, ahead of you, which will allow for transformation. It says here, like a thousand storms held in hands, soft against the winds, there is change arising from within. So all those storms, if you can get out there safely during any type of like windstorm where you just feel like you can feel that energy, and you can put a lot of your anger, your sadness, your rage, your tears into that storm, and let it just blow right through you, around you, and let it carry away. So let's just grab a couple of tarot cards. Let's see. Feel like I'm learning to swim again, relearning my body and what it can do at this stage. I feel like I'm bobbing in the water. Whoa, what was that? Okay, another card just fell out. Felt like I was bobbing in the water, not yet swimming. Hey, as long as you can float, girl. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, let's surf it. So, well, there's an obvious message for all of us today in the collective. So the card that flew out is the Queen of Wands. Girl, you're the Queen of Wands. There again with the storms. She's the catalyst. She's the fiery one. She's the charismatic. She's creative. She's motivated. She's inspired. People are drawn to her. She lights up a room, and like you light up the chat. So this is that Queen of Wands. Spread those beautiful wings, girl, and just glow. Like those commercials where they show those stupid Unstoppables, where you put in the clothes and people are going like this, or walking through, going that energy that you have, spreading those wings. You walk into a room, and it's not about ego. It's about holding your head up high, girl. You are you're in control of your power. Again, you inspire. Sometimes that power can be fiery. It could be aggressive, but aggressive where it's needed. So the queens are all about being able to nurture that flame, nurture that creativity, and to just, remember to not get overheated or but you've got that fire, girl, most definitely. And the two other cards that came out was Two of Pentacles. So right now, Miss Cinderella, you are balancing a lot on your plate right now between health, you know, money, security, stability, all your possessions. So right now it's a balancing act. But she's got the time in her hands. So, you know, balancing time, finding, time in the day to be able to do things as well, but not to, but it's not like that TikTok where you feel like, you're running out of time. Just know that you're doing that possible balancing act on all levels. Just don't leave the slipper behind. You know what I'm saying? That thing's worth money. And for your undercard, again, the death card, transformation. So again, the end of the old into something new. You've got that power, girl. We all do, and you're balancing that. So that beautiful carriage. So, yep, that's what I have, my dear. And I got to take a sip from something cold. I like that. Let's surf it. Yes, yes. But again, as always, our ancestors know that they're there to help us, but we have to be the ones helping ourselves as well. Prince will find that slipper. When I saw Prince, I was thinking Prince. But yeah, and possibly that Prince will be Jax herself. Where did I leave that slipper? Oh, that's right. Let me put that back on. That belongs to me, So there you go. I know you want everybody to be happy. We do love you too, Jax. We do. And he'll make you pancakes. Speaking of pancakes and, Prince, oh my God, made me think of Practical Magic. When Aidan Quinn, the cop, came over and he was making Ferrero cactus pancakes for the little girls. I thought that was adorable. So when you said he'll make you pancakes, I automatically thought of Aidan Quinn back in the day. And apparently he's not going to be in the sequel, from my understand, which sucks. So hello, Mona. How are you doing, my dear? I figure my ancestors never helped when they were alive, so I'll just keep going forward solo like always. And these are ancestors, sometimes they change on the other side, and then they're willing to help us. And these can be ancestors going back generations that we can ask to help us as well. So it's just not, the most, immediate generations, but going back. One of my favorite films too. And I still yell at her, "You stupid biatch, do not go for you can get another piece of tiger's eye. Don't go to the car. Don't go to the car." And what does she do every time she goes to the car? He was hot. Yes, he was. And the first time I ever saw Aidan Quinn was when he, I think how he really got his name out there was Desperately Seeking Susan with Madonna and Patricia Arquette. Not Patricia. Was it Patricia Arquette? There's two Arquettes. I think Patricia Arquette was the right one. And he was in that movie. So, alrighty. Up next, let's see. Brienne had to leave, so we are going to be doing Maria. Rosanna. I'm trying to remember. I wrote down Maria. Oh, wait a minute. Who's Maria? I've been yadding. So let me get grounded, y'all. I wrote down Maria. Do we have Maria in the chat? Or did I write somebody's name wrong? Because lately I sometimes transpose and I write something just like I transpose the tiles or the decks. So am I missing? Who's Maria? I know Butterfly is here. Who is Maria? She was in the chat a while ago. Oh, that Marie. Oh, okay. Yeah. I told her that we weren't doing, and yeah. So she wanted specific, and I have a feeling I know what she was going to ask, and that's been mentioned a couple times already asked. So that's okay. So we have Butterfly up next. So, butterfly, what do we have for you? And I just wanted to make something clear too about earlier. When I have people, if you have a channel, I don't mind people sharing, their channels. If you have a channel, please, and if you're a moderator, go ahead and put it in chat. But every so often, sometimes certain individuals will come in and just kind of like flood a chat over and over again with each show about stuff that they and I can appreciate, but it's a lot to do with just kind of being respectful to the chat and me being able to keep up with chat and to be respectful to the me, the reader. But if you have a channel, please feel free to put that into the chat, the link. And if you do have something wonderful coming up on your channel that you want to share, go ahead and put that in the link in there as well. So, Jax girl, I'm going to email you a little bit later. Yeah. Okay, butterfly. Okay, so that was what do my ancestors guys want me to know now? Now we're moving on to why are they telling me this? Wow, the back card comes up a lot. How can I better receive their guidance? See, now don't go in that mindset, Irene. When you say you're going homeless, just be positive. I know it's hard in your situation because we have a lot of people here that are, we're not technically allowed to say homeless or that we're supposed to say in house, but there's a lot here that programs here that people can get them off. And then there's some that choose to live that way. I know I'm not saying that that's you, but know that if you put that out there, that a program opens up to you, or you can go into an office and say, this is my, I don't know how it is in Canada, but just trying to, and we can all do this, just send positive energy your way that you are protected, that, wonderful opportunities come to you in the form of a safe home for you. And that, yeah, we keep you in that bubble of positivity as much as possible. How can I better receive this guidance with butterfly? Okay, what do my ancestors and guides want me to know now? You got the grief card. It says here, it is but a mere glimpse of nothingness hidden away deep within the chambers of your mourning. Excuse me. In the red clovers birthing lost illusion. So this card is talking about deep grief and mourning that you are going through or you're trying to suppress. Because again, for all of us, grief, they say there are stages, but we're not all the same. The Kubler-Ross, 8 or 9 stages, whatever the stages were of grief, we will always fluctuate in between them because we are all different. But right now, what they want you to know is that they are acknowledging that there is something that you still withhold within yourself that you are mourning. And when they say the chambers of your mourning, it feels like it's very deep, in red clovers birthing lost illusions. So I don't know if this was an actual life that was lost, or if it was a friendship or something dear, possibly maybe even a job. But there was some profound, deep loss that you that there was illusion around that relationship, job, event, whatever this is, that is still causing you some sort of grief. And that sometimes, it still controls us. Kind of like, they're kind of making her almost kind of, to me, look like a puppet. So we're learning how to, we've all been disillusioned. We've all been jaded. We've had people and things, that we thought were meant, or, like a betrayal, or, something that we thought, a friendship, a marriage, again, a job, something that um, ended up being more of an illusion. And we hold that grief. And sometimes that grief is um, not really being able to forgive ourselves for um, allowing that to happen. Like, why didn't I see this coming? How did I not sense this? And I've been through, all of us has been through that. And so sometimes it holds us back and might make us afraid of certain trusting, intuition, um, or maybe questioning so much. So the next is, why are they telling me this? So why are they bringing this up, your guides and your ancestors? And it says here, invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. So again, it's moving forward, maybe facing that grief, this past event, whatever this is, moving forward, and just knowing that you have the power, you can bring that up in yourself, that personal power to be able to feel the fear, but still do it anyway, or still face whatever this is. And how can I better receive this guidance, and how to be able to do this? And it's all about creating ritual, going into a place of ritual and into your space, whether at home, out in nature, and creating a ritual that's important to you, that resonates with you, that can help you connect with your ancestors and guides, to be able to come, especially if you know any of the specific ones that can help you move through this grief, move through this fear, and be able to do what needs to be done for this change to occur. And the ritual card says, can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you'll spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and those whose gazes hold fire, but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. So going into ritual, um, feeling that, I don't know if it represents, maybe feeling, when they're around, feeling a warmth, feeling a heat, but creating a ritual where you will feel and know that they are present for you, and that they will be able to help you carry you through that unknown. Like with the bat, they will be there. Just, they need for you to invoke your own power, though, to be able to stand in your power, and to be able to stand up and face that moving forward. But that they're there for you to help you carry you through it. So let's pull a couple of tarot cards, and let's see. Yeah, Ellen Kubler-Ross. So there were 5 stages. Okay. Yep, denial, bargaining, anger, depression, and acceptance, not in any particular order. I have processed quite a lot. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so yes. The top card is the Tower. So yes, they are referring to this Tower moment. It's present. It's right there. Boom. There was a Tower moment that you had. And now it's up to you to take this Tower moment and to rebuild this tower to your own specs. Create your own beautiful architecture. Take what you have learned, take that strength, and rebuild from the bottom up. Make the foundation stronger. This will be something more to your design, that's more specific to you, and that you can trust moving forward. Your underlying energy is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles, again, is about ancestors, legacy, things that we inherit. And in this deck, it's really interesting because it's like she's standing there and she's got 2 red cords or strings that are broken, but she's holding them in each hand. And below her is like this river of red, like blood. And so it feels like you can reach out to your ancestors to be able to kind of restore this lifeline. You have both hands. So I'm thinking that this might be both sides of the family. Maybe you broke ties with them And the red that's running underneath is the pain that was caused, or like the tears, the blood that was spilled, and not necessarily actual physical blood, but just it's like the metaphor. And so again, and it's two, it's blood is our life force. So it's one hand, maybe both sides of our families, and knowing that this there's a cycle and it's coming to completion, where I think for me it feels like a separating of the legacy of the family, but you are still, and look at that big gorgeous crown on her head. I absolutely love that. And that beautiful purple veil. So she's still holding the cords, but she's showing the power that she has. This is my legacy. And this, to me, it feels like she's separating and breaking what the ones that is not a part of her, and that needs to move on and flow. Um, yeah, and flow right to go with that flow. Um, so, okay, that's where I'm, so I'm not overdoing, but let me take a look at something here. I'm drawn to pull another card. I pulled another clarifying card, and guess what came up again? Death card. So I think too, this is a rebirth for you. Once that we can break away from certain members. But what's interesting, though, I keep wanting to go back to Butterfly, is the fact that she didn't drop them on the ground. They're not at her feet. She's still holding them. And so it's that acknowledgement, but knowing that I think it's almost kind of like a reminder of showing I broke the ties that needed. There might have been like a certain lifeline that was because typically, like with the norm cards and stuff, you see them spinning a red thread, which is our life. And when it's time to cut, is the end of our life, which brings us to the death card. So there we go. It's the breaking and ending of maybe a family or ancestral pattern, um, which is what these cards, heavy cards, are reflecting, and or acknowledging that there's still more work that needs to be done, and being able to break those ties, know it's time for a rebirth, and it's all in your hands for that. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Woo! I hope everyone's been happy with the readings. I have just been like, wow. I feel very honored to be able to do these readings for everybody, to be able to tap into that. And I thank you all for helping me be able to have more confidence and connection with where I feel like certain abilities are coming forward for myself. So I appreciate that. Let's see, what do we have? It's a theme for today. Yep, we're in that time of death and rebirth. The witch's year. Samhain is actually considered the witch's new year, where the end of one season begins and the next continues. So everyone's okay, super happy. Let's see what's this here. I just hope it's not too painful and I can get some darn rest on the other side. Oh, you will, Irene, my dear. And I appreciate everybody. Practice makes perfect. Well, I've been doing this going on. It'll be, if I was still on my other channel, the Indigo Jaguar, I could like to legally be saying, or well, legally, I'll say legally, but I can actually be saying I've been on for 4 years with my channel. So flex that mental muscle. Yes. Thank you, much other bless you, other wonderful. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. I will skip the after Brendan. So messy. Yes. We're holding you in our hearts, Irene. We really are, my dear. I appreciate you going out every chance you get to come here to my show. Alrighty, so thank you, everybody. And wow, it's only been just a little over an hour. So again, let's see, today's Thursday already. I have my my knitting crochet group today at 5:30, my social hour. So looking forward to that. Tomorrow again, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Ivana Intuitive will be joining me for another Friday night sidekick. Um, I may do something over the weekend, but Monday I will be back with Nancy and Sabrina will be joining us. And then the following Tuesday, Jilly, Little Zen Crone. No, yeah, Little Zen Crone will be joining me for a Crystal Visions, and we'll be talking about opal, and she's got a couple of others that she wants to talk about. For me, I love opal, so um, let's see, Kat, and you popped up on my phone about a month ago. Good thing. Aw, oh, Wooza, I'm back in phone charging. Yes. So Brienne, seeing that you're back, let me just go ahead and let me do your reading for you. I still have enough time. So let's see what we got here, and we'll see if the cards, the messages relate to your move. So let's see. What do my ancestors and guides want me to know now? And this is for Brienne. So we'll just do one more, and then Heather has to hit the road, so to speak. Why are they telling me this? How can I better receive their guidance? Oh my goodness. So, Brienne, what do my ancestors and guides want me to know now? I got the mischief card. What are you up to, my dear? Keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails for. Oh, wait a minute. Keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails, for there is something trailing behind your tail. So, there's something hinky, something suspicious, something that you feel is around you. I don't necessarily in spirit, but people wise. And it's interesting you're talking about moving because there are these women on this house, and I'm wondering if this move has something to do with um, trying to get away from somebody, something, some town. But your next card is, why are they telling me this? Why are they warning you about keeping, sharp attention to, who's around you? And I got the graveyard card, and it says here, there is a song that bellows in the peace of knowing no end and acknowledging the crossroads of eternity. So this is acknowledging that though our loved ones are you know buried in the ground or wherever it is with this graveyard, that um, there is no end. When we pass, that there is more on the other side. We continue. Um, and so that they're acknowledging here with the word crossroads, that there is some sort of crossroads that you're at right now. And how can I better receive their guidance? I got the card Haunted. And it says here, the breaking of the floor beneath your naked feet, the creaking of the walls as the cold kisses flesh. You're never really alone when in the company of hauntings within bone. So your guides, your ancestors are around you. And they're asking you to pay attention. They're acknowledging, they're saying, listen, you can hear us. There are things that have, again, things that you hear in the house, something that you may feel on your skin, things that, alert to their presence. Um, I'm just curious about this move with this house. So it feels like you're feeling haunted also possibly by whatever it is where you currently are. and needing to move. Brienne, really quickly, are you looking to move because of something's wrong with the house, like you feel something's not right, or something happened in or around where you're living? Because you're saying you're not sure if you should move or not. I'm just curious. Um, Thank you, Irene. My dad passed away on this day many, many years ago. Oh, did he really? Well, the message here is where it says here, there is no end. You know the piece that, when we pass, and we may be looking at a tombstone or a grave marker, that's their physical shell may be there, but their spirit is all around us, that they're there with us, um, all through all of our crossroads, our journeys, for all of time. So there is an acknowledgement that there's something going on. To be wary of people in your circle, of energy being sent your way from people. This could be talk, gossip, but there's something that, and it's not to scare you, but just be aware. Um, you know, when people talk or they say things, make sure, like it says here, keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails, so that when, if something doesn't feel right, listen to what, you are hearing compared to what their actions are. And that haunted is, just really getting grounded and connecting with your intuition, your guides, your ancestors, um, so that you can receive more of their messages, not being afraid to communicate with them. Let me pull a couple more cards. I've been with family and family and lots love, but drinking going on. Okay, sometimes when you shine the wrong ones, use your discernment. Exactly. Because you may feel like people are reaching out to you for stuff, like things coming from you, and you're feeling like you can't. You gotta watch out for them psychic vampires too, people who drain on your goodness, on your light, on your energy, on your compassion, trying to take advantage. So let's get a couple of tarot cards. Aww. So Brienne, I got the King of Cups, and you just mentioned that your dad passed today. I don't know, you know, what type of man he may have been, but the King of Cups came up. And when I saw this, I immediately thought of your dad. I mean, I don't know if he was that hunky, that handsome when he was younger, but the King of Cups, is that, mature, loving, grounded energy. And yes, the King energy can reflect a woman, but for me, from what you said about your dad, um, the King of Cups, someone who's very, very loving, um, very emotional, very compassionate. I'm looking at your underlying card energy, and I got the Five of Cups. So all your cups that came out, cards, excuse me, came up are cups. And so you just mentioned drinking too. So sometimes the reversal or maybe a negative aspect of a cup card could be, emotional manipulation. It could be like in this case, you're talking about cups, maybe drinking. Uh, but yes, he was a Cancer in the kind end. Okay, so the underlying energy is the Five of Cups. So there's an acknowledgement again of grief, of sadness, mourning his loss. But no, because I wanted to see what the next card would have been. And sweetheart, you got the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, things, from our past that make us, feel good, that we can go to help us through that sadness and that depression. And dad is basically saying, sweetheart, remember the good times. When things get heavy or you get sad and you miss him, know that by with the Six of Cups, tapping into happy memories that you had with him, whether as a child, growing up as an adult, and embrace those moments, and to try to remember him in the good light instead of, in such sadness and depression and despair. And that's what I have for you, Brienne. And you're mentioning that you lost your dad today, and my dad's birthday is going to be in a couple days. So he was a Scorpio. So, um, but yeah, a lot of Papa energy lately. Um, let's see. Just needed a break, but yeah, my son is here now by the lake, but in a different house. So this place where I'm at lately, very bossy. So they're telling you just to keep your like the Harry Potter, keep your wits about you. You know, just call on your ancestors and guides to help you create those boundaries, strong boundaries. Calling whoever you call in for protection, and just stand in your power, my dear. Um, you don't even know the date. I was, yeah, probably, really suppressed a lot of that. Their death day, I feel like the veil thins for our past loved ones. I'm curious to see how that is on my dad's death day. January 1st. Oh, wow, on New Year's? Oh, my goodness. Oh, I just love how everyone's supporting Irene. Thank you, everybody. It's difficult to live over. Yep. That's okay, Brienne. So that's what I have. And thank you again, everybody. I do need to go. So I appreciate everyone for being here and for allowing me to read for you. And I will see hopefully everybody tomorrow night, where Ivana and I will be talking about how do we get into the woo, how do we get our channel started. So it's going to be a lot of lighthearted fun, lots of laughs, and some good times. So um, thank you again, everybody. Oh, the 24, 2 days after his. Uh, much love to everybody. And yes, thank you. And everyone have a good rest of your day and night. Bye bye.